In today's lecture, we will try to understand the core concepts of marketing. As we know, the definition of marketing, that marketing is a social and managerial process by which individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating, offering, and exchanging product of value with other. When we see over here that this definition rests on some core principles or the core concepts. They are need and want, creating, offering, and exchanging product of value with other. Students, we know that marketing thinking starts with the fact that humans have got some needs and wants. They need food, air, water, clothing, and shelter to survive. Beyond this, they have also a strong desire for recreation, education, and other services. They have got strong preferences for particular products and brands. The data of American population says that these Americans require 67 billion eggs, 2 billion chickens, 5 million hair dryers, 133 billion domestic air travel passenger miles, 4 million lectures by professor. So they have got a strong need for all these products. Now, how to define a need then? As we see over here, a human need is a state of felt deprivation for some basic satisfaction. Then what is a need? People require food, shelter, clothing, belonging, esteem, and some other things for survival. So these are the very basic things that are required for survival. And understand that these needs are not created by the society or by marketeer. They exist in the very texture of human biology and human conditions. So needs are present in the biology and human conditions only. Next core concept is want. Wants are desires for specific satisfiers. For example, an American wants to have food to eat but wants a hamburger. So having hamburger to eat is nothing but the want of American. He wants clothing to wear but want a specific clothing, that is pericardian suit. He wants to travel from one place to another. His need is of traveling, so he can satisfy his need with either a Mercedes car or any other car which is like. So wants are basically specific desire for a product to satisfy the need. Now understand that these wants are different in each society. For example, Australians, the primitive people, they might have a need for hunger and they try to satisfy this need by eating kiwis or some other raw food. They want clothing for them. They might satisfy this want either by a simple cloth or a cloth which they have. So wants are desires for specific product. Now understand that human wants are continuously shaped and reshaped by social forces and institutions such as churches, schools, families, and business corporations. For example, in our case, we do wear the dress code. Why? Because due to the institution where we are coming together. So it is the need of the institution that the student should wear the cloth. So our wants are shaped by the institutions, the business houses, the schools, the families, and the corporation where we come in contact with each other. Now, the third core concept is demand. Now, what are demands like? The demands are wants for specific product, but that are backed by an ability and willingness to buy them. Wants become demand when supported by purchasing product. Now take this, try to understand this with an example. I want to communicate with my friend. I want to have a mobile handset. So communication is my need. Okay, having a mobile handset is my want. But can I afford an iPhone? No, because it is not backed by my purchasing power. So iPhone purchase for me cannot become my demand. Those things which are backed by an ability to purchase are the demand for a product. Students, we have to understand here that marketeers, along with other influencers in the society, influence want. They promote the idea that a Mercedes would satisfy a person's need for social status. Now, here we have understood that there are human needs, wants, and demand. What they will try to do now? They will try to satisfy these human needs, wants, and demands. How they will satisfy? They will satisfy their needs and wants with goods and services. These goods and services are nothing but called as product. So we can define a product as anything that satisfy needs and wants. Now, as a marketeer, as a management student, you have to understand that importance of product lies not in owning them, but in obtaining the services they provide. For example, we don't buy a microwave oven simply to praise it, but we want the services of toast or baking services from the microwave oven. Thus, physical products are vehicles that deliver services to us. Likewise, to satisfy our needs and wants, there are some other products also. Like, for example, we want to get recreated ourselves by hearing a song. So, for example, Lata Mangeshkar or Michael Jackson performing a song for us. So, Lata Mangeshkar or Michael Jackson is also a product for us. We want to get rejuvenated ourselves, so we travel to a place, for example, like Mahabaleshwar or Simla. So, Mahabaleshwar and Simla, a place, is also a product for us. Activity. For example, exercises. Here, by doing exercise, we get recreated. So, exercise, also yoga is also a product, or aerobics is a product for us. Next, some needs and demands are also satisfied by organizations like the PAN card club, diabetes club, heart club organization. So these organizations are also a product for us. Or some people adopt a different philosophy in life. For example, the Hare Rama Hare Krishna cult. So these ideas or a different philosophy in life satisfy human needs and wants. So these are also a product for us. So what we have found at that humans have got some needs, they have got some wants, they have got some demands, and they try to satisfy these needs, wants, and demand by product. And product are nothing but the vehicles that provide satisfaction for us. Now, moving ahead, we will see some more few core concepts in marketing: value, cost, and satisfaction. Now, to satisfy human needs and wants, what the consumer will do, he will try to purchase get a product for him. Then how, for example, he is hungry, he can have hamburger to eat, a pizza to eat, some bread to eat, or roti to eat. Then how to choose among this competing product, which is the product best for him at that particular time. Here what the person will do, he will try to rate the satisfaction he gets from each of the product. For example, he will try to get or rate the satisfaction from eating a roti in the morning. Out of 1 to 10 scale, he will try to mark. Similarly, for eating bread, he will give marks from 1 to 10. Now, while giving marks, what he will consider? He will define parameters for himself, whether that product is available with him, whether he likes the product, whether the price suits him, and all these things he will decide the parameters, and he will rate the different products according for the different parameters. Now, after doing this, he will make the sum of all the marks obtained for each of the products, and he will see which is the product that gives him the most satisfaction. He will try to purchase that product. This is nothing but the value he gets from the product. So what is value? Value is the customer's estimate of the product's overall capacity to satisfy his or her needs. He may imagine the characteristics of an ideal product. He will choose the product that produces the most value per dollar. So, what are the different parameters or the value points he will choose from? He will choose which is the product giving the most value, which is the service giving the most value, which is the person giving the most value, what is the image value of the product. Then what other points he will consider? He will consider the monetary cost, the time cost, the energy cost, the psychic cost. All these points he will consider while purchasing the product. Now, what is the cost of the product? Value is different and cost is different. Value is the sum total of all the benefits he receives from the product, while cost is the production price of the product. For example, a person wants to buy a shop at Lakshmi Chowk. So, shop cost at Lakshmi Chowk is around 1 crore, while the shop cost in Chikli area is around 25 lakh. Why such a difference in Lakshmi Chowk and Chikli area? Because the value that the owner is going to get by purchasing the shop at Lakshmi Chowk. For example, he may get the benefit of number of customers. He may get the benefit of conveyance. So, he may get the benefit of high turnover at Lakshmi Chowk. All these things add to the value in Lakshmi Chowk, while he may not get that much number of customers in Chikli area. So the value of the product or the shop in Chikli area is less as compared to that of Lakshmi Chowk. Next core concept is exchange, transaction and relationship. Up till now what we have seen that humans have got some needs, wants and demand. They try to satisfy these needs and wants and demand to product. Product are vehicles that give satisfaction to us. Product can either be a place, person, thing or an organization or an idea. Anything that gives satisfaction is a product, and these are nothing but the vehicles that provides satisfy our needs and wants. Now we have also seen what is value and what is cost. Moving ahead, we'll see how to get the product then. Now students, understand that marketing emerges when people decide to satisfy needs and wants through exchange. The first way of exchange is getting the product is self-production. Very simple to understand. I want food to eat. I will grow the food in the farm. I will process the food and have the food for me. So self-production is one way of getting the product. Second way, coercion. Coercion means under influence. I may steal the food so I will have the food. This is the second way of getting the food. The third way is by begging. Fourth way is exchange. Now what is exchange like? Exchange is the act of obtaining a desired product from someone by offering something in return. Very simple to understand. I may give my pen in return for a notebook. This is nothing but called as exchange of products. Now there are some basic conditions which should be satisfied for exchange of product. Like there are at least two parties. Each party has something that might be of value to the other party. Each party is capable of communication and delivery. Each party is free to accept or reject the offer, and each party believes it is appropriate or desirable to deal with the other. These are some of the basic conditions of exchange. Now, exchange a product for a product. Then what is the transaction? A value for the product, that is money for the product, is nothing but a transaction between two parties, or value of the product. For example, I buy a pen from the shop. I pay 10 rupees. So what is the value for me? A pen is the value for me, and 10 rupees is the value for the shopper. This is nothing but called a transaction of the product. Now what are the dimensions of transaction like? There are two things of value that are to be shared or given, agreed upon conditions, a time of agreement and a place of agreement. What is difference between a transaction and a transfer? The process of trying to arrive at mutually agreeable terms is called negotiation. Transaction marketing, relationship marketing and marketing. Okay, try to understand simple. Transfer means moving from one place to another is a transfer, while transaction means giving something of value in return for a value. Now, people want to satisfy their needs and wants. they will have the product. Products are nothing but the vehicles to satisfy these needs and wants. So what they will do to they will try to have transaction between. Now where to transact, where to find out the goods and services? We have to find these goods and services in a market. So what is a market? It consists of all potential consumers sharing a particular need or want who might be willing to able and engage in exchange to satisfy that need and want. So market is a place. It can be either an online place or a local place where there are two parties who have a particular need or want. For example, I want to buy a pen. Where should I go? Where will I find the seller who has got a need for money and is willing to sell the pen? It can either be probably in the Kasturi market area. So at that place, it is a local market for me. It can either be also an online market where buyers and sellers transfer or transact goods of value with each other. Now, many a times marketeers means the person who do the marketing activities, they talk about different kinds of market, such as diet seeking market, shoe market, product seeking market, demographic market. For example, demographic market, for example, Asian market, Indian market, product seeking market, the gold market or the bullion market, a share market, the youth market. So these are nothing but the different types of markets. Moving to the last co-concepts like marketing and marketeer. Marketing means, what is marketing? Marketing means working with market to actualize potential exchange for the purpose of satisfying human needs and wants. What is marketing? It means working with the markets to actualize potential exchange. There, potential exchange takes place. A person negotiates to have this potential exchange. It is nothing but called as marketing activity. And the person who does all these activities, that is, he tries to take resource from someone and tries to exchange with some other for a value. This is nothing but marketing, and the person who does is called as the marketeer. So in today's session, we have seen the core concepts like need, want and demand. What is a product? What do you understand by value, cost and satisfaction? We have seen exchange, transaction and relationship. Next we have seen what is a market. We have seen the different types of market like the demographic market, the youth market, the product seeking market. Okay. We also have understood what is marketing and who are marketeers. This is all for today. That is the core concept of marketing. Thank you.